back straight, that's it.
Huh?
That's good.
Stand up, look forward.
Breathing, breathing. Yeah, that's it. This was
Next morning, and the task force gym is full of activity.
These are some of the few apparatus that I exercise with every day, you know, to try and just keep in shape and so. Yes.
Physical training is very important, especially when you start reaching my age. And you have to run around after people in the bushes and above buildings. If you're not fit, then you lose. And if you snooze, you lose, and then they get away. So you have to try and keep fit. And I'm having a rough time, as you can see.
Being an elite team, the men constantly work on the skills needed for the various types of situations they encounter. Today, they are busy with an obstacle course.
It's almost like my second home, this, because well, my wife is here, I should probably tell you it's my first home because I'm more here than I am at home, so.
Inspector Warren Morris has been in the unit for 7 years.
Our primary job in the Special Task Force is hostage situations. To begin with some of our basic kit that we use. Okay, this is the stun grenade that we use. Disorientates not only by the sound it gives, but it gives a large flash. Our side weapon is a 9mm pistol. Here's a handy piece of kit. It's a mono lens. It's a night vision. Shotgun, 12-bore shotgun, which is a bit shortened. We call it a Stompy. This is the MP5. Used throughout the whole world by most special forces, including the SAS. My little sweetheart, Shadeen, and my little daughter. Always got a photos close by.
Warren is on standby for a large job, but is allowed a few hours off.
When our work gets busy, it really does get busy. We can be for weeks on end away working, not even being at home, not even getting to see my little girl. Most of our situations are extremely dangerous. There's definitely that little thought that's in the back of your mind about this may be the last time I get to see my little girl and my wife. We're given a couple of hours off, and which has turned into a couple of minutes off. But luckily enough, my understanding and loving wife will hopefully treat me the same by the time I get home again. So, as it's, one can imagine, it plays a bit of havoc on your social life.
The task force has received information that a bank robbery may take place the next morning, or 9 a.m.
The information that we have are six suspects that will be robbing the bank from about 9 o'clock, between 9 and 10. Presently we are now 3 of us that are sitting here in the manager's office inside the bank. We've got another team down in another office in the bank, and we've got 2 members that are going to be watching the surveillance cameras inside the bank. And we're obviously going to wait and see if the robbery comes off and try and make some arrests. They just let us know on the radio that there'll be 4 suspects coming into the bank.
Warren changes into civvies and joins members for a briefing. Their plan is to enter the bank under the cover of darkness and wait in position until it opens the next morning. It's now just before 9 a.m.
The information that we have are six suspects that will be robbing the bank from about 9 o'clock, between 9 and 10. Presently we are now 3 of us that are sitting here in the manager's office inside the bank. We've got another team down in another office in the bank, and we've got 2 members that are going to be watching the surveillance cameras inside the bank. And we're obviously going to wait and see if the robbery comes off and try and make some arrests. They just let us know on the radio that there'll be 4 suspects coming into the bank. The info that we have of mostly hand pistols and 1 AK-47.
Warren is told the gang's lookout is outside. The task force moves into action as the gang enters the bank. Task force work is all about control, dominating a dangerous situation using their voices rather than their weapons.
Just stand there, don't worry. Hey, lie down. Lie still.
Also arrested is the bank guard, suspected to be the gang's inside man.
This gentleman I saw taking out his gun and throwing it on the ground. And as you see, the suspects have got with their weapons, with their pistols, are lying safely under our control.
The operation was timed to a fraction of a second. Another moment and the gang would have had time to draw their weapons. With South Africa averaging 500 bank robberies a year, it isn't long before the unit are called to yet another high-risk situation. Earlier that morning in Johannesburg, 3 suspects had surprised a bank manager and forced him at gunpoint to open the safe. The manager had secretly hit the panic button. When the local police arrived, they came under fire. In the confusion, the bank manager escaped.
Soos wat hy sê is daar geen gijslaers binne, is net die 3 rowers. Dit van die ABS polismanne wat nou hier verhaal soek na een groep van die oop agter bring. Ek weet nie. Dis JJ sê jy vir my daar vat.
Now the armed suspects are trapped inside. JJ and his team are able to walk straight into the bank as the 3 suspects have hidden themselves somewhere in the upper floors.
Jy weet die laaste skak, nee. Of waar iewers is waar hierdie ding uitkom. Hy hoort hoe uitkom of hoort onder uit te kom.
Dan sê hom ja, maar hier hulle wys my ek was in daar. Ek het die paper gesien. As hulle van bietjie
Half the team remain in the bank, while the rest hurry to the rear of the building. They've been told that there's an emergency exit into the bank from the car park. The armed suspects have been pinpointed to an air duct on the 3rd floor. The unit enters to flush them out. The moment they see the task force, the suspects give up. The arrest of bank robbers has become routine for the unit. But with South Africa suffering from 6,500 kidnappings and abductions per year, it's only a matter of hours before the men will be called out again.